Hello, and thank you for joining me today at Motivational Mondays with Mashana Perry. Today, our topic is hopeless. There are so many tragedies today that sometimes you may feel like you're in a place where it just seems hopeless. Why even try? Why even make the extra effort? Every time that you put your best foot forward, you get knocked back 2 or 3 steps. The situation seems hopeless. Some of you have decided to use alcohol as a point of numbing the feeling of the pain and the tragedy, but yet after you've completed that bottle of alcohol and you realize that it's empty, the situation and the problem still exist. As soon as you come off of that high or that hangover, it still looks like a hopeless situation. And some of you have resorted to drugs. The drug gives you a high to numb you so that you no longer feel or have a sense of reality of what's really going on. But when you come off of that high and you have to get back to the real world, that tragedy and that issue and that circumstance still exist. And it still feels hopeless to you. Today we turn on the news and every 5 minutes there's a tragedy. A young mother that's gotten killed over a senseless death, maybe an abusive situation. A child dies from just gunfire out in the street for no reason at all. We don't understand the problems of this world, the tragedies that we face. And so the situations seem hopeless. I understand. When you're in a point of no return, you have no idea what to do because hopelessness will make a born again saint turn into a sinner. Hopelessness will make a mother that's a good mother turn into $100 prostitute as she tries to feed her babies. I'm talking about hopelessness. When you're in a situation and you have no idea how to get out, so your mind is telling you to do all of the things that you know you shouldn't do because you are feeling hopeless. Hopelessness will make your mind play tricks on you. Hopelessness will make you believe that this is your real forever after for the rest of your life. I'm talking about hopelessness to someone out there that is feeling like you're stuck into a place and there's no point of return. Hopelessness. It will make your mind, body, soul, and spirit become stagnant because you'll be so paralyzed with the uncertainty of your hopeless situation that you feel like, why should I even try? Every time I put my effort into it, I fail. So I'm just a failure. Why not just give up? It's hopeless. But I want you to know on Motivational Monday that it is in those dark and hopeless situations that if you can just see beyond the circumstance and the situation and praise God above it, God will show up into the midst of your hopelessness and turn that situation out. He will turn it around for his good. So you have to continue to walk into the belief that this is not my always. Trouble will not last for a duration. It will not last always. This is just a season for now that I'm going to be coming up out of. And when you come up out of that situation, I want you to pull somebody else with you and bless somebody else because you never know what you're going through. If you're going through, it's not meant so that you can be a blessing to somebody else. Do you think that I just decided one day to get up here and motivate the masses because I had nothing else to do? No. It was in the tragedies, the pain, the torment, the going through that made me understand my praise is what brought me up out of that situation. So I have to tell somebody else that your hopelessness is only what you see. It's a figmentation of your imagination, but God is going to set up a concentration so that you will understand that it is within you that you will rise above your situation. Hopelessness will have you bound. It will have you in bondage, locked up, until you have a made-up mind that this too shall pass. Don't let your hopelessness define your future. Don't let your hopelessness have you bound. Don't let your hopelessness decide who you are. Your life has already been planned and ordained. It is whether you will walk into your purpose or walk past it or never even walk near it. It's your faith that will get you out of the place of hopelessness, even when the situation and the circumstances don't line up with what you believe it should be. Take the tragedy and turn it around for God's good. Be a blessing to other people that are going through similar situations. Pull some other people up. Motivate them, encourage them, even in the midst of your circumstance. I feel a healing somewhere out there for someone who's going through a hopeless situation. God knows and sees all. You were designed to bring somebody else up that may not be able to do it for themselves. Now you can relate to their pain. Now you can speak to their pain as you go through and get through. Now you have a greater understanding of what this issue requires. We as people were meant here to bless each other, to help each other, to build each other up. If it was not for my tragedies and my circumstances, I could not be on fire for the praise of where God is taking me today. I would not understand the importance of moving forward and motivating others. This week, look at your situation, look at your circumstance, and press forward so that you can be speaking up out of it, pulling somebody else with you as you praise God. So until next week, I'm offering motivation to the masses. Hopelessness doesn't last always. You can be delivered from it if you want it. And if you need help, visit me at www.mashaunaperry.com, where I'm offering motivation and life coaching skills to the masses. Peace and blessings.